Hey guys, I'm back. I'm really sorry about not getting a video up on Friday, but with it being my birthday, I did have to go sub for a teacher at a high school, so I just didn't have any time to make the video, and unfortunately, I do not plan on going back and doing that video. The book I was going to review was How to Stop Time, and I just couldn't think of anything to say about it. I didn't really care for the book. Um, I didn't even really like the main character until the very end of the book. He seemed way too being able to be manipulated, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's video. I'm doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So I've got the questions right here on my phone, and I'm going to be answering these questions. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? I started it, I think, because of the same reason that everybody on Booktube started it. I wanted to be able to talk about books, and I just don't have anybody in my life that I can talk about books with. As I said in my last video, the only person that really reads that I personally know is my mom, and we don't read the same kinds of books. So, yeah, being able to talk about books here on YouTube is really the closest I'm going to get to actually getting to personally talk about these books face-to-face with somebody. So question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I honestly don't know, so I'm going to have to pass on question 2. 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? Once again, just being able to talk about books with people. As I said earlier, I don't really have anybody to do that with, so I'm excited to finally be able to do that now. Question 4, why do you love reading? It's kind of just an escape for me. About 5.5 years ago, I got really, really sick. I almost died, and discovered that I had something called ulcerative colitis. I'd never heard of this disease before until a doctor told me what it was, and then I just started Googling and Googling and Googling, and I started to get really depressed because it's like I'm going to be stuck with this for the rest of my life. And then I just started reading because it's like what's happening in books is so much better than my own life. It's not really so much of an escape for me anymore. I'm a lot healthier, but it's just, I don't know. I don't have the words to describe why I like to read so much anymore, but why I got into reading was because I needed something to take my mind off how sick I was. What book or series got you into reading? For me, it was Harry Potter, when I was in elementary school, believe it or not. I saw something come up on my phone, and I don't know where it went or what it was. But, yeah, it was Harry Potter when I was in elementary school. And I remember the frustration of finishing one book only to have to wait for the next book to come out. I'm like, I gotta know, I gotta know, I gotta know, and yeah. Number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Oh, I don't know. Because we all pretty much encourage an open discourse with the comments, I feel like anything that I want to ask them, I can just comment on their videos. I may actually think of other questions. I may actually think of questions later on to answer this question with, but right now I just don't know. Sorry, I was like, I don't like that angle. 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, just being more comfortable in front of the camera. I am already pretty comfortable, but I'm used to being alone, and unfortunately that doesn't translate into being alone and talking out loud. I kind of feel like I'm just talking to myself. And I do live in an apartment complex, so I've got neighbors on this side of me and right below me, so they can hear what I'm saying. I'm a little bit more comfortable if my husband's here to hold the camera for me, because it's like I'm just talking to him, rather than talking into empty air with the camera in front of me recording. So yeah, that's definitely going to be one. Thinking of videos to do is another one. I was going through my ideas for videos for this month, and it's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do on Fridays, but on Tuesdays, what am I going to do? Like, I know I know one Tuesday a month I'm going to be doing an Crate unboxing, but other than that, it's like, what do I do? Give me some ideas. Thankfully, though, this first month wasn't too hard to figure out. Yeah, that was 7. Question number 8. When did you start reading? First grade. I didn't really learn how to read in kindergarten, and so to have somebody in first grade to actually take the time to teach me how to read, then it's like once I learned that these wiggles on the page were telling me a story, I just couldn't stop. And then I got out of it for years because it's like all I did was read for school, and that was boring to me. And then I got sick and needed an escape, and here I am now. Number 9. Where do you read? Anywhere and everywhere, other than while I'm driving. Well, when I'm driving, I usually listen to an audiobook if I'm not like going somewhere within like a 5-minute drive. But yeah, anywhere and everywhere. I read out on my patio, on my couch, in my bed, in the line at the grocery store, pretty much anywhere that I am, as long as I've got a book or my phone, because I do have a Kindle app on my phone, which is like the greatest thing ever. Yeah, I read wherever I can. And 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I like sci-fi, fantasy, although I am starting to get into more of like a softer type story, so stories that focus on relationships, I do like those. Not necessarily like romance. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for the fluff, but it has to accomplish something by the end of the story, or I find it kind of boring. But yeah, right now I am reading Furyborn, Drums of Autumn, and the Outlander series. But yeah, I think that's it. Sci-fi and fantasy are my top 2 genres, I guess you could say. And that was it. So, I've answered all the questions on the Booktube Newbie Tag. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications when I do post new videos, and please feel free to comment. Leave me comments so that I can get to know my viewers and my subscribers, because I do want to do that. Thanks for watching and have a good day, and I'll see you on Friday.